While addressing the Semicon India, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has highlighted the importance of strong and reliable supply chains in global economy. Prime Minister Modi also pointed out that India has already secured investments of 1.5 lakh crore rupees, in fact, for semiconductor manufacturing. It's a major step towards making India a global semiconductor hub. Prime Minister Modi also mentioned an ambitious vision for India, which is set to see Indian-made semiconductor chip in every electronic device all over the world. Prime Minister Modi mentioned 3 critical factors which are driving India's semiconductor ambitions: a reformist government, a growing manufacturing base, and a tech-savvy market eager to adopt cutting-edge innovations. Vaidya Bharadwaj, Senior Director, Tokyo Electron, in fact, is joining us now live. Vaidya Bharadwaj, thank you for being with us today. What do you make of the Prime Minister's message for the semiconductor industry that he gave yesterday?
Okay, the message from Prime Minister Modi and the government of India is especially in building the semiconductor ecosystem in India. It's a very important message. It's not just a national security issue alone. It's also, if you look at the future of EVs, AI, appliances, devices, everything requires semiconductors. So it's so pervasive that we need infrastructure in India to build these semiconductor chips. It's not just for India, of course, it's for the world too. But it's very important that India has a very strong presence in design and post-design system integration, but right in the middle of the value chain, there's a big gap, especially in terms of fabrication equipments and chemicals. So I think with this initiative by the Prime Minister, Honorable Narendra Modi, the whole infrastructure will start getting built. And I think if you look at MeitY Minister Ashwini Vaishnav and the MeitY ISM mission, they've been working very hard to build an ecosystem. It's not just 1 or 2 companies that they need to get here. It's the entire ecosystem, and they've been planning for the last few years to do that. So it's been a long and hard journey for them.
Yes.
But right now we are looking at the next big step there. India is on the cusp of rising in manufacturing, especially with the approval of Tata Electronics in Dubai. So we're looking at the next phase of India's semiconductor journey, and moving forward we see many more fabs. Once we have the first infrastructure established, especially ecosystem, a lot more companies will join, and especially the talent that India brings is very critical for the world. India not just provides innovation and technology, but also the talent, which is in very grave need. If you look at most countries, the most important thing that they need is to scale talent, and India offers it. So it's very important step forward for India. Thank you.
Yes. And now, in your assessment, though, where do you think India's semiconductor industry stands today, and how far are we from a made in India chip in the near future?
We are, if you look at where India stands today, we are not far from a made in India chip. I mean, if you look at Micron's Sanand fab, they will be releasing their chip out of India soon. And if you look at even end-to-end, right from, say, design towards manufacturing the chip, if the Tatas enable the fab, by 2026, end of 2026 or by beginning of 2027, we should be looking at not just made in design, like designed and made in India chips. So it'd be the entire value chain will be made in India. So it's a significant step. It's not too far. We are looking at maybe 2 years where India will have the entire design plus a made in India chip in India.
Yes. Do you believe, that this big event, Semicon India, is a game-changer initiative for India's push to make semiconductor chips?
If you look at Semicon India, India has had 2 prior Semicon India in 2022 and 2023, but this one is special. This is the earlier ones were organized by ISM in coordination with SEMI, but this time it's organized by SEMI in coordination with ISM. And it's a much more significant event this time. It's a turning point for India's semiconductor journey. So if you look at the participation from global companies, if you look at Tokyo Electron, we are for the first time in India, we are having a booth. It's a big booth for us. It's a big activity for us. Almost we have more than 50 to 60 people from Tokyo Electron, from Japan and Singapore participating in this event. So it's a very significant event for us. And also we see other equipment manufacturers, chemical manufacturers, other subsystems. They're all participating. So it's a much more significant event than, say, the last 2 years. And this is all, again, I feel that Prime Minister Modi's vision of making India a semiconductor hub. So I think this journey is on the right path. With this Semicon, it's telling the world that India is here to play in the semiconductor.
Yes. What can you also tell us about, the work that Tokyo Electron Limited is doing and what has pulled you towards the Indian market?
So Tokyo Electron Limited is a Japanese semiconductor production equipment company. We are the top 4 companies in the world providing equipment to the industry, and we do we provide all this. If you look at the entire value chain of the process fabrication, we provide almost all the equipment that is required to make transistors, interconnects, and the packaging, both the front end and the back end of the line. So we have specialized equipment for our litho, we have specialized equipment for our etch, deposition, and cleans. Plus we also have equipment for both packaging in terms of tester probers and as well as advanced packaging. So we have tools that is placed in the entire value chain for us, and we're looking forward to work with Indian companies, especially with Tata opening up. We are glad to work with them, and both it'll be a collaborative effort for us with the Tatas and the other companies in India to enable the infrastructure.
Right. My final question to you, Vaidya, if we say take the next 10 years, what's the potential, in your opinion, of India's semiconductor industry?
If you look at, I think you have to take probably, let's say, 2 to 3 year timeline to see the first enablement of the ecosystem. So in 2 to 3 years, you see the base, the foundational base built in India. And then beyond that, once India builds the foundation, the sky is the limit. So 10 years, if we execute well, we see at least 5 to 10 more fabs in India coming up. There's a huge potential for India. The next 2-3 years are going to be critical. We execute as well as we have planned. Once we execute, we see a huge market opportunity in India.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.